funny because Earl Thomas had said this in a press conference before the game. Yeah, the team they just played, they don't tackle like
they
us.
were too busy running away from them.
Too busy running. That was hilarious.
Dude.
Hey, but Derrick Henry, man, he's been balling.
Dude,
he's been playing ball.
Beast. Like Derrick Henry, he led the league in rushing this year. He got the rushing title. And he's like the first player in history to have like 3 consecutive like 160-yard games or something like that. Incredible.
And you're going to know what's crazy? At the end of all of this, the Colts beat the Titans before.
Sure did.
So you guys could have been in this position.
In Tennessee at the beginning of the season. And then they smacked us later on in the season. But we're not going to talk about that. But I just want to give a huge shout-out to Tennessee because wild card, they went into New England against the best defense in the league in a place where I would never bet against the Patriots at home in the playoffs, and the Titans won. So shout out. And then the next week they play the best team in the league on a 12-game win streak against like the second or third ranked defense, run all over them, win. So like, what, are they going to go into Kansas City and beat them too? Like you would think. Like it's going to be insane.
The run game there is just
special.
It's out of hand. And then as long as their defense can stay like right.
Yep.
Hey, you can win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, offense wins games, defense championships.
They did it against Brady and Lamar. Now they got to do it against Mahomes. So, honestly, 3 MVPs because Lamar should be getting MVP, right? Mahomes won it last year. Brady's won it before, I would imagine. So, dude, the Titans are rolling. So, we'll see. It's going to be a good championship game next weekend.
All right, let's take a look at the NFC. Their playoffs went down also. Niners, Vikings. It just looked like San Francisco handled business.
Smacked them.
You really can't really say anything too much about. They execute. They just didn't. They didn't win.
Dude, they destroyed them. Let me pull it up. I think. Let me pull up the stats for the game because like they beat them in every phase of the game, like with ease. Like it was bad. So shout out to the Niners. They're my pick to go to the Super Bowl out of the NFC. They got to play the Packers, who we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Like. Dude, they dominated. The first downs, this is what popped. 21 first downs for San Francisco, 7 for Minnesota. The whole game. You get 7 first downs. How are you expected to win? You're not.
That's just the defense. The Niners were tearing them up.
And I think it's like all season it's been like Patriots, Niners, and Ravens, like the top 3 defenses in the whole league. So, I mean, you've said it a bunch of times today. Defense wins championships, and if the Niners can get behind Garoppolo and Coleman on offense, go all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yep. All right, like you just said, man, Packers. Let's talk about them and the Seahawks. This is another surprising thing to me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was Packers-Seahawks in Green Bay
last
Lil
night. Wayne at the game and
Did
stuff.
They? I didn't see that.
Yeah, had him in the middle of the field making the fans say, go, Pack, go.
Yeah, I know when they won the Super Bowl against the Steelers however long ago, like 10-plus years ago, Lil Wayne made a song. You know the song Black and Yellow by Wiz Khalifa? He made a green and yellow remix of the Packers.
I remember that.
So Lil Wayne's always been a big Pack fan, so shout out. I didn't know that. But there was a huge controversial call, though. The Seahawks did get the ball with however many minutes to go to potentially drive. They didn't get it, and then they had to stop the Packers one more time. And the Packers, the dude caught it like right at the first down marker. Didn't get it with a bunch of reviews, but they called it a first down. And all I've been seeing all day today is the image of him down like right here and the first down marker like right here. And they called it a first down.
Yeah, I've been seeing people like show pictures of like the person who holds the sticks.
Yeah.
And they like showing him to the side of the first down line. Yeah, he wasn't even on it. So that's funny too.
So
what do you go by? But you were supposed to go by the real sticks.
Right.
At the end of the day,
because
but still.
There's the yellow marker that we see on TV, but that's not 100%.
That's not the actual
correct
first down.
Right. So it's just unfortunate because if they would have called it, it would have been fourth. It might have been like 4th and 1, and then the Packers, I would imagine, would have smartly kicked it off to the Seahawks, and the Seahawks would have had a drive to win the game, but they didn't get it. And the thing that stood out to me is Devontae Adams, receiver, insane. 8 catches, 160 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So, dude, Seahawks couldn't stop him. So, shout out to him. Shout out to the Packers. We got Chiefs-Titans in the AFC Championship game and Niners-Packers in the NFC Championship game on Sunday. I would imagine we'll preview it more on Thursday.
Obviously, yep.
But shout out to all those teams. We're down to the Final Four.
What are you doing?
Get them out. All right, this episode of Get 'Em Out, we got Jimmy Butler versus the T.J. Warren beef. Did you see anything about that?
Nah, what happened?
Man, first off, I didn't want to not like Jimmy Butler, but now I can't stand the dude.
Wow, this is crazy. Hey. Everybody loves Jimmy Butler.
I know, and I did too until he started talking smack to T.J. Warren in my face.
You know what? I did see this. They were like talking. They were extra close on each other.
Yes. So T.J. Warren stopped him to like intentionally foul, but like he hung onto his arm a bunch.
Yeah.
And they were literally like nose to nose, fists clenched, about to fight. And then like the whole way back to the bench, Jimmy Butler was just talking smack the whole time, calling him trash. After the game, here's a quote. He said, quote, "He is soft. He's not even in my effing league. Nowhere near me. If I was their coach, I would never put him on me ever again. He's trash." Man, that's bold words coming from Jimmy Butler, who only scored 14 points on him. And then the previous game, T.J. Warren coming off a 36-point game, 30-point second half against the Hornets. So I don't like Jimmy Butler. And then after the game, he posted a screenshot on his Instagram, circled the next time they play the Pacers, and said, like, "I'm ready," or something like that. So, dude, March 20th, I think it is.
Well, hey, that's going to be an exciting time in life then.
Jimmy Butler, if you're listening, you better watch out because that's when we'll have Vic back. We'll have Brogdon hopefully healthy, Sabonis, all that. Like, you don't want the smoke when Vic's back. I promise you that. And that's what's a bunch of people were saying, like, on talk shows and stuff. They literally said that. They said, watch out because it's not going to be the T.J. Warren Pacers. It's going to be the Victor Oladipo Pacers in the end of March going into the playoffs.
Well, I'm glad to hear people say that, then. That means we got some media on our side.
It was Jalen Rose, and Jalen Rose, a longtime Pacer, blah, blah, blah. So, shout out to him. Whatever.
All right, man. I know we've been talking a lot about Pacers, but to end the show, man, Pacers Spotlight. Yep. Go ahead and give them an update on the standings real quick.
So, it's been about a month since we talked about the Pacers. They're currently 6th in the East. They're 24-15, right behind Philly, who was 25-15. We play them tonight. Just in a couple hours, man. Literally like 2.5 hours they play the
And how do you
Sixers
feel
game.
about this Brogdon situation?
Dude, I don't know because Brogdon, we're really good with him, but then when he doesn't play, it just like sets us a little bit down. Aaron Holiday has to play extended minutes. McConnell has to play extended minutes. But it's like it's his hamstring, then it's his back, then he's having back spasms. And then Friday against the Bulls, he couldn't play because he had strep throat. And then tonight he's questionable, probably a game-time decision. So I don't know. I just hope he can get healthy because –
we don't have time.
No, we don't have time. We don't at all, especially when the East is competitive right now. Bucks, Celtics, Heat, top 3 in the East. The Pacers need to get up. We need to get up in the 3-4 spot because we need our home court for the playoffs, and we need Brogdon for that, and we need Brogdon to be healthy for that. So there's still plenty of time. I'd rather him be injured now while Vic's out than in March and April come playoff time. But I just think he should definitely get it together because I don't like him being injured.
Now, what about this next game coming up? Pacers.
Yep, tonight.
Sixers.
Third time this season they playing.
I know. I'm sick of seeing them. I'm sick of seeing them, man.
Yep. And we just said Brogdon and Sabonis questionable. There's going to be no Joel Embiid again.
Oh, that's good news.
Yes, it is.
Hey, no Joel Embiid.
See, like, it's great news, but then again, like,
I mean, we beat them with them before.
Right.
So
they had, when we lost to him at the beginning of the season, they did have him, and he dropped like 32 on us. Mm-hmm. We lost by 3. And then we played him New Year's Eve, and we were up by like 40 in that game. We were smacking, but they didn't have a Joel Embiid. And then he's not going to play again tonight. So it should be easy one because knowing Joel Embiid.
Yeah, because you look at the season leaders, Joel Embiid is leading.
Crazy, bro.
Philadelphia.
Like there's not one person in the league that can one-on-one defend Joel Embiid, including you, Miles Turner. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying.
And I'm looking at this Sabonis thing. They got his status. It just says day-to-day.
Yep.
So
and I think it's like an ankle or something.
It's definitely probably going to
like
be a game-time decision in that case.
But like they don't have Embiid, so that means Horford will play a bunch, which when I saw that Al Horford went to the Sixers, I got nervous because Al Horford has always destroyed the Pacers, and when he was on the Celtics.
Yeah.
But when we played him on New Year's Eve, dude, he was trash. He was like 2 of 12 from the field or something like that. So I'm not even scared of him anymore. But no Embiid means we're most likely going to get smacked by Ben Simmons again. The first time we played them, let me pull it up, Ben Simmons destroyed us, and Ben Simmons has always been nasty. But he's probably going to have to step up once again for him without Joel Embiid. But if I had to put money down, I would definitely put the Pacers tonight.
Now, another thing that it says is Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably going to be
All-Star?
day-to-day too.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just talking about All-Star.
I thought we were going that route.
No, so he going he may play tonight, he may not.
Right.
But I know that would be good to have him because
Yep.
he's really good to have in the paint. He gets the rebounds that we need sometimes.
Yeah, he's averaging a double-double, but he didn't play last game against Chicago, and then Miles Turner got 27 points and 14 rebounds, so he stepped up. So I don't know. Like I said, probably going to be a game-time decision, but I definitely thought we were going to start talking about All-Star. But I do want to talk about that next episode because I think All-Star voting is whack. And should be changed because you have Taco Fall. You know who Taco Fall is? The big dude on the Sixers. Dude's 7 foot, 6 or something like that. Never plays. Has played one game, and he's fourth in All-Star voting over Sabonis, who's out here averaging double-double. Because fan voting is a popularity contest.
Of course.
It doesn't make sense for an All-Star. But we'll talk about that in the next episode if you want.
All right, that's cool. Now, before we get this all ripped out, it's 2 things I need you to do. The first thing is you need to make your prediction for the LSU Clemson game. So what you got? I'm writing these down too. We coming back to them after the game.
I'm taking Clemson. I'm taking Trevor Lawrence, undefeated national champion, 2-time. I'm going. It's going to be 27-23 Clemson tonight.
All right, I got LSU.
Okay, he's going Joe Burrow.
Yes, man, I'm going Joe Burrow. They too hot right now. They having too much of a good game.
Okay.
I'm sorry, a good season.
Right.
And I'm going to give it to Coach O.
Go Tigers.
32-21.
Okay.
So that's where I ended at.
All right.
I think it comes down to the defense at the end. And
you think LSU's got more than Clemson?
yes.
All right.
What did I just say the score was, though? I got to write it down.
32-21.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right. And then
Either way, the Tigers are going to win. So, I'm going to be right on that. I'm picking Tigers tonight. So,
yes, yes, that's true.
shout out.
And then as far as these next NFL games coming up.
Okay. You want to do that now or you want to do that Thursday?
Actually, I'll wait.
Yeah.
I said 2 things, everybody. We're going to leave it at 1.
I can predict Pacers Sixers. I'm having Pacers. I can't predict an NBA score, but I'll say Pacers over the Sixers any day.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Okay, right on.
All right, man. Let's chop it up the podcast.
It felt good to be back in here, man.
Oh, yeah. You guys don't even understand. But let's chop it up the podcast. I don't even want to leave.
No.
But it's chop it up the podcast, man. I'm Amere Dozier alongside my boy Baylee Chamberlain. Season 2, episode 1. It's in the books, man. Check us out on everything. Still Spotify.
Shout out to everyone listening,
Apple
man.
Podcast.
Everywhere. You
Hey,
showed
man,
me the thing.
yeah. All right, I'm glad you brought that up. I was looking at the analytics, man, and I love what I've been seeing. There's people all over the place listening to us in places I would have never, ever have thought.
I saw we had a Utah viewer. Who was out here in Utah listening?
The
to Chop It Up?
1%. I seen that.
Shout out, man.
The 1%.
He must be a Pacer fan because Bojan. He went to the Jazz. That's my thing. That's my prediction.
But I do appreciate all the people that's been listening because it was Ireland was on there.
Yeah, there
and
was an
everything.
overseas one.
All right, I'm on here now. I'm listening. First off, the top episode was episode 11 that had the most views, so thank you.
Yep.
On that note, 94% of listeners in the U.S., 5% in Ireland. And
That's crazy. Who's
that-
listening to Ireland?
I
man?
don't know. That's crazy, though. But, I thank everybody for listening to that. It was 40 listens on the most listened to episode, so
Shout out, man.
that's a big deal. But hold on, before we leave, I really got to talk about these different places. It was New York.
Yeah.
Somebody in New York.
Indiana,
All right, so 41%
Illinois.
is in Indiana, 37% in Illinois, 7% Ohio, 4% Virginia, 2% New Jersey, 2% Washington, and then 1% Michigan.
They listen to us on the East Coast. You love to see that.
Oh, man, it's still going. Hold on. 1% New York, 1% California, and 1% Utah. So,
much love to everyone listening, man. Keep it up. We're going to keep it up on our end.
For sure.
Every